this video, I will be making Nagoya Tebasaki from Japanese Soul Cooking by Tadashi Ono and Harris Salat, published in 2013. I recently went to Japan to visit a friend who lives in Gifu, and while we were there, he asked what I wanted to eat. I told him something local, and he suggested Nagoya-Style wings. I'd never heard of these before, and my curiosity was piqued. So when I returned home, I decided to check and see if any of my cookbooks had a recipe for Nagoya-style wings. And voila, there was a recipe here in Japanese Soul Cooking, and the results came out fantastic. I would absolutely recommend you make these for watching football or soccer or whatever your sport of choice is. They're just a great party food. They hold up really well. The sauce is absolutely amazing. I could see putting this sauce on a whole bunch of other dishes besides just wings. So this was overall another solid indicator that this is a good English language Japanese cookbook after the success of Retro Curry from my previous video. I highly recommend you pick this one up if you're interested in cooking Japanese street food. Here is the setup for our Nagoya Tebasaki, or Nagoya-style chicken wings. We've got chicken drumettes and flats. We've got cooking sake. This is tonbanjan, which is a sort of chili sauce. I'll put a link to it in the description if you don't have it or have never used it before. This is sweet cooking rice wine, or mirin. This is soy sauce. Potato starch. This is red miso. Sugar. This is ground fresh garlic. And white sesame seeds. We will also be using salt and pepper and vegetable oil for frying the chicken. If you're going to be frying the chicken in a pot or a pan, make sure you have enough oil to get it to at least an inch deep. I have a deep fat fryer, a tabletop one, so I'll be using that for this demonstration today, but I just wanted to make that note for you. So let's go ahead and hop over to the stove and make the sauce. All right, making the sauce is pretty easy. We're going to go ahead and put our sake and mirin in. And we'll go ahead and put the sugar as well. And the garlic. As well as the miso. Basically putting a lot of the ingredients in here all at once. Just go ahead and start the process of mixing that in together. All right, while that is going, we're going to put a teaspoon of tonbanjan chili paste, as well as 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Okay, so we're basically mixing a lot of the ingredients together here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to mix all these together and cook it until it comes to a boil. And after we get them all completely mixed up together here. So I'll show you what that looks like after I get all of this mixed in, and we'll take it from there. Okay, we have our sauce up to a boil here. You don't need to cook it for any length of time. Once it gets to this point, you're done. So we're just going to transfer this into this bowl that we're going to toss the wings in after they're done cooking, and let that cool down a little bit while we do that. So, all right, on to cooking the wings. All right, back at our wings, we are going to go ahead and season these just a little bit with just a little bit of salt and pepper. You don't need a ton because this sauce is going to be super flavorful. Let's get some salt in here. And this recipe will accommodate, I put it in the ingredients list, but this recipe will accommodate up to 16 wings at a time for the amount of sauce that it makes. I'm just cooking for myself tonight, so I didn't need to cook that many. All right, we got that mixed up. Now we're going to go ahead and toss this in potato starch. All right, and that's it for this part. So now we're going to take these, we're going to dust off any excess potato starch, and then we're going to take them over to the fryer. The fryer is set to 350 Fahrenheit, and I've got my wings in the fryer basket here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to fry these for about 7 minutes. So I'm just gonna let that go, and these are gonna go ahead and continue to cook for 7 minutes, and I'll show you what they look like when they come out. The wings are done. You want them to be this nice, light, golden color here, and you wanna make sure that you give them time to sit like this out of the oil. I just hold them over the oil so they can continue to drip or they won't get crispy. So whenever you're deep frying, you always wanna give them some air time after they fried to crisp up, otherwise you'll end up with a very soggy product. So once these have rested here for a minute, I'm gonna take them over and we're gonna toss them in the sauce that we made. Almost last step here, we're gonna go ahead and put these wings in the sauce. And now we're just gonna toss them around a bit so they get a nice good coating of the sauce. Again, this can coat up to 16 wings, so this is a lot of sauce for the number of wings that I have here. So I'm gonna coat them really good so they get a lot of flavor on them. All right, so that was it. Nice and easy, right? All right, I'm gonna bring over and get these plated and we will take it from there. I finished the wings with some white sesame seeds and these came out really good. Because we let the wings rest after we took them out of the fryer, even after you toss them in the sauce, they will stay crispy and you'll get that nice crunch when you bite into them. The tonbanjan paste gives it sort of the kick that you would expect from like a buffalo sauce, but the double wines and the sugar that go in there give it a nice sweetness. You get all of those Asian, Japanese umami flavors, plus subtle sweetness, plus a small kick and spice, and they're just a very unique, perfect street food. If you're in Nagoya, I highly recommend that you try these out at a restaurant there, but try to make them at home too. You can get all the ingredients here in the United States or in most other places. So, bon appetit. Enjoy this if you made it along with me. If not, I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you do enjoy my content, please like and subscribe, and I will see you at the next one.